So yes, while I do go by Michelle, for those of you that have been confused up to this point because you know me by my birth name, you really shouldn't be confused because I've been going by Michelle for so long. But some of you do know both names, some of you don't. So there you go. That's the story. I answer to both. So anyway, going back to your story.
Oh, so going back to the
hockey
game. So the point of the story is, and I tend to get long and winded and rambling, is you're very much you're pretty much an introvert.
Absolutely.
You're not an outgoing and boisterous individual like I am.
Right.
Let's face it, I am.
But you're also not, of the two of us, you're less likely to get on stage.
That's true. I'm more likely to succumb to stage fright. But I do every now and then. I do karaoke. I will get up. If it's a song I know, I will get up and do karaoke. What she's actually referring to is she keeps trying to talk me into getting up and doing stand up. And
You'd be great.
I'm full enough of it to know that, or to believe that I have a genuinely funny outlook on life and could probably pull it off. The problem that I have right now is that I'm funny sporadically and spontaneously. When we sit here and we're sitting here bullshitting, if you look at what we're doing, neither of us has a script. We're not sitting here going like this and talking. We're just having a conversation, and that's when I get funny. The trying to work up jokes and to tell those jokes on stage in front of all those people, I don't think I could do that. I would have to ad-lib the whole thing, and you know me, when I start to try and ad-lib, I die.
Yeah.
I just fall the hell over.
That is one good thing at singing.
Yeah.
I know the song.
That's right.
And that's what I enjoy getting on stage and doing is getting up there singing. And one of these days, I'm going to actually have an open mic night.
Well, we didn't get any errors, so I guess knocking that off didn't hurt anything.
I guess not.
I'm going to show it while I've got it in my hand. I hope we're going to have to look. Okay, so this is my TARDIS. We've talked about me being a Doctor Who fan, and you as well. We're both fans of the show, although you're more of a fan of Torchwood.
Yeah.
This is a mini replica of the Doctor's TARDIS. It is a 4-port USB 2.0 hub. Of course, it has power. It's got 2 ports on this side, 2 ports on this side. That's actually what our headsets are going into. They're going into here, and then this is going to be our webcam plugged in. And in the back, we've got the power, and then the USB cable that actually goes to the PC. What's nice about this is it actually has audio, and you can see there's a little light right here. When you plug in a device, it actually triggers the engine noise of the TARDIS and the little light flashes. But there's also a button right here on the front that I can push that'll trigger the noise, and I'm going to just push that real fast. I don't think you can hear it. That's probably going to sound like shit on the thing, but if you're a Doctor Who fan, go to ThinkGeek.com and get you one of these. It's actually very cool. It's a nice way to have a necessary evil, which is the USB hub, because there's so many products out there that are now solely USB that you got to have a hub. I mean, you can't survive without one.
Right.
So I'm just going to try and set that a little better. What I've been over to pick up was I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this. It's on the floor, and I'm looking at this on the floor, and I read that, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'd forgotten it was about that. So, Cougar Club, if you haven't seen it, great movie. A really funny movie. It's about guys that are fresh out of college and chasing women who are 40s or later, but still hot and still chaseable. It's called Cougar Club. It's a really funny comedy. It's almost on par with some of the stuff that you've seen from National Lampoons recently. There's actually, I laugh my butt off every time I watch it because there's a gardener throughout the movie. He just pops up in random scenes, and every scene something bad happens to him. He gets hit on the head, or he runs into a tree or something. He just completely klutz prone. And it's really funny to see that happening in the background while you're watching the movie. Just all of a sudden, there's the gardener getting his head taken off or something, you know. And at the end of the movie, they actually do a joke about that, and I think that's kind of cool. But what made me pick it up was, I don't know how well you can see that, but right at the bottom it says, topless menus, unrated. And it's not kidding. When you put the DVD in, it actually has a girl who's decently endowed take off her top and naked boobs. Woo! Hey, naked boobs. I mean, you can't beat that.
I'm taking applications for a new brother now. Please send applications
You're stealing my joke. You can't do
Michelle
that.
at jackalopesofire.com.
Oh, I tell you. But, you know, as good as that is, and I'm looking at this stack of DVDs that's actually stacked on top of it, as funny as that movie is, to me, Three Amigos is better. Because, you know, Chevy Chase, Martin Short, that other guy, Steve Martin.
He's the one of that group that you didn't name?
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. What?
Wait.
I'm old! 32 years old, thank you very much.
You are old.
I am old. Are you thirsty?
No.
Yeah, in the middle of the cast, I'm going to go get a Mountain Dew. Keep talking.
You're just going to leave me here?
I really am. I'm going to leave you right there on the camera.
Okay.
You've got nothing to say.
I got nothing to say without you here. I have to have someone to bounce conversation off of.
Hey, I offered to get you a drink. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. What do you want? Do the do. Okay. All right. Let's talk about our shirts, and then we'll talk about all the stuff.
Okay.
All right. So we didn't plan this. However, we both happen to be wearing comic book themed shirts. We'll show yours first.
Mine.
This is a girl power shirt, and it's
got Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, Kara Zor-El, the original one, is Supergirl, and then of course Wonder Woman. I don't know why she's not a girl, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't show Donna, unless that's supposed to be Donna in. No, because
no, it's quite clearly Diana.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Donna would have made sense, or even Hawk Girl or something.
Yeah, Hawk Girl, I guess, but Donna would have been the more popular one, and maybe that's why, because of the females in the DCU, Diana is a more popular or more well-known icon than Donna.
Well, but since Justice League, Hawk Girl's pretty well known.
Yeah, well, but that's supposed to be a retro-looking shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are classic
Girl.
DC characters from the from pre-crisis.
Pre-crisis.
So 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, the only good Batgirl, and of course Kara is Supergirl.
Yeah, there is no Supergirl other than Kara Zor-El. I'm stuck on something. Okay, we're in chairs. So mine is, I have to actually stand a little bit. Mine is actually an advertisement. It's for Neverland Comics. It's in Oregon. It's in Roseburg, Oregon. It's where my mother lives. We have different mothers. But I lived there myself for about 2 years, and really, it's not a bad place to live, especially if you don't have to work. If you have to make money to live there, yeah, no. If you're not a logger, let's face it, if you're not a logger, you can't work in this town. That's really how small of a town it is. It's right on the I-5 corridor. It's a great little town to pass through and to visit. It's got some beautiful scenery around. It's like 45 minutes to an hour away from Diamond Lake, which is just gorgeous, especially during the winter months when it's covered in ice and snow. It's a snowmobile. Anyway, but you know, you have the she's over here hitting buttons and it's driving me nuts. What are you doing?
Seeing how long we've been doing this, because
well, we've been going about 18, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.